Good morning, folks. I have risen from the bed and I still have eyebrows. I said I would review the Bic BodyMark. It's an indelible marker for your skin, but it's only created for your body. They say to keep it away from your eyes and your mouth, that it is not a cosmetic product. It is not to be used as makeup. It is only to be used as a temporary tattoo pen for the remainder of your body. I mean, other than your face, apparently. I used it on my eyebrows. And just so you know, regular soft soap and water did not even make these budge. I have not had any skin reaction, and I am someone with very sensitive skin. Yes. They're a tiny bit starting to fade, but I'm impressed that I woke up with eyebrows that weren't smudged all over my face. As I said in my first video, please do not use this stuff as eyeliner. It is not anything I believe you want close to your eyes. This, you should do a test patch somewhere, a patch test, just like you do with hair dye. I mean, I never do the hair dye test either, but you're supposed to. A patch test on your skin to make sure that you don't break out into some crazy rash. I should never, ever put that glue in my hair again because I've got some kind of leopard skin thing going on over here, but it wasn't while I had the glue in my hair. It was only after I used oil to remove the glue. So once the glue becomes tacky and it gets pulled from your hair with a comb, because you have to kind of comb it out to make sure you get all the lumps and the bumps out. Some might argue that I used too much. When I do my dreads, I have to use a certain amount but I don't generally seem to have this problem when I do my dreads. I don't know. Wait, did I? Okay, I think because I took the hair glue out and then I took the hair glue out again, and then it's difficult to get every remaining residual because the glue leaves like a sticky, stringy. You have to keep removing with the comb, and then you wash it with shampoo. Then you put some more oil on, and then you run the comb through it again, and then you wash it out again. And then you have to do that to make sure you get it all. And I think this time I failed to get all of the glue. So I do have some, look, you can kind of see a weird, don't mind my sticking up hair back here. I have an interesting cut going on back there. You can see at first I had an actual reaction right here that's starting to go away. So I don't know if that's from maybe pulling some of my individual hairs too much and it actually damaged my scalp. But you can also see this weird pattern. I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can. Going on the side of my head and directly underneath. And it's in the shape of the box sections. So I'm assuming that when I took my hair out, the glue coming into contact with my skin is what caused that. So beware and be careful. And that is probably why some women have difficulty with hair bond. That is also why they use, it's called diamond something, I don't know, but it's like a hair protectant. I've never been able to afford my hair and my hair protectant, and I've never had the confidence to try the stocking cap, because I don't do a full head. The stocking cap, in my opinion, unless I do very curly hair that's going to hide the edges, I don't know that I am confident enough to use the stocking cap. And when I use if I have leave out, my hair is very much different than most hair that you can buy in the store. Like my hair is like super baby fine. I have a thick head of hair, but it's very fine and it's an odd sandy blonde color that's very difficult to find. So unless I dye my hair and perm it, I can't really leave out. And by perm, I mean curl it. Now, I would love to perm it like right now. That would be awesome. And then just put a lot of texturizing stuff in there, like curl activator, not curl activator. Well, yeah, I guess that's what they're called, curl activators. That really shape and mold your curls. That would be cool right now. I've got some dandruff and stuff going on, even more so than usual. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Anyways, this video is about my eyebrows. Bic. I think that's adorable. Bic, back to the Cupid doll style. I mean, I could really rock this short haircut and be confident and happy with it if I could just get the right cut in the back.
Mama,
huh, baby?
Are you still watching the news?
I'm not still watching the news. You can go ahead and change the channel. Thank you for asking.
Can you turn on the Xbox since I can't get up?
Okay, excuse me.
Thank you.
Bloop, bloop, you're welcome. Just keep the volume to a bare minimum, okay?
Okay.
Thanks. So yeah, the brows. The Bic BodyMark pen, I showed it in my other video, is still on my face. It is certainly smudge proof. Kudos. There she is. I didn't give the disclosure at the beginning of the video, but it is not intended for use on or near the eyes and the mouth.
Keep in mind, this video is not sponsored.
Oh yeah, none of my videos are ever sponsored. I wish I knew what it was like to be sponsored. I can't.
Freaking money for just mentioning their product. That's what.
Who the heck would? Yeah, I can't imagine anyone would want me to sponsor anything unless they have like some kind of weird product, some kind of weirdness, something or other. Yeah. Well, Bic BodyMark, kudos. My brows have been on all night. They have not smudged, not one tiny bit. And although the pen does say not cosmetic, it's not for cosmetic use. It is a body marker, but not to be put near your eyes. Now, I've come to the conclusion that they don't want you to put it on your eyelids as eyeliner because it can get into your eyes. God only knows if it could cause blindness, whatever. But I was concerned. The only concern I did have was that if this does start to become smudgeable or wipeable, if it would start to drip and if it could get in my eyes. But seeing as it's not even washable with water and soap, unless it's a very harsh soap, they're not going anywhere. I tried Listerine to remove it from my hand, and as you can see, there is still some exfoliation, and a soap with lye in it is what I believe is required to get it off, which is not a problem with me because I woke up with eyebrows this morning. And if anybody knows how much I miss my eyebrows, they understand how happy I am. I want to get them microbladed, but that's scary because if you get the wrong person microblading your eyebrows, I had my eyebrows tattooed, and although she didn't do video bomb. The cats are video bombing. They're cats on a video. Needless to say. As I was saying, what was I saying? Darn it, Naya.
Sorry. It started with Mucinex and went to dogs and cats.
What was I just talking about? Crap. Oh, I had my eyebrows tattooed, and although she didn't do a horrible job, I had my eyebrows drawn on the way I wanted them before I got there, and I told her, I was like, this is exactly how I want them. And they were very thin. They were very thin. I love thin eyebrows. I love my thin eyebrows. Okay, they were thinner than this. Can you turn that down? Thank you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, she didn't. My face is asymmetrical, so it was difficult for her to get them evenly. Even now, you can see one is slightly more raised than the other. This one comes in more this way than this one. Okay, yeah, this one, I don't know. They're just not quite in the right or same places. This one is over here, while this one is over here. All I really know how to do at this point is draw over them. Sometimes I draw where she didn't tattoo, but let's just say microblading is just as sensitive as tattooing, and therefore I want someone who's going to do it well. So last time, $350 for a shape I didn't necessarily want, because after I went in and showed her what I wanted, she was like, well, don't you think, let me just draw them on and you tell me if you like them. And I knew as soon as she said that, I had set myself up for epic failure. I was not as displeased as I thought I would be, but I was not pleased. Because anyone else who knows me knows that sometimes it's difficult for me to say, oh, no, I don't like those. Yeah. So when she drew them, I was like, okay. All right. Sure. And so those were the eyebrows I got. It wasn't an epic fail, but it was not the eyebrows I wanted. But I work with them. I'm still grateful that she attempted to do the best that she could. I wouldn't recommend her to anyone else, though. That's why I haven't mentioned. Anyhow, yeah. That is one thing. Like, I wouldn't recommend her to anyone. I would, however, recommend my tattoo artist in California at Artifact Tattoo, but I can't for the life of me remember his name. But he did this tattoo. Now, some of you, I get a lot of compliments on it, but at the same time, my hallucinations are very critical of it. Like, oh, that's really not a good tattoo at all. And I'm like, okay, wait, if you've seen the original, if you saw the original, it was just the koi fish, the waves. And the only part that was colored was the koi fish with a little bit of orange and a little bit of white. The whole intentions of the tattoo were to cover you can see I have self-mutilation scars all the way down my wrist. So I wanted a koi fish because from what I had looked up, it signified what I wanted it to signify. It signifies what I wanted to signify in relation to my scars. Now, it was only colored on the koi fish. The blue was not in there because it was intended to have been. It falls off all the time. Yeah. It's one of those little circle discs that goes on the wall to keep the door handle from going through. Yeah. It falls off all the time. Anyhow, I think I'm going to super glue it up there. Anyways. It was originally, what is it, Japanese? Is it Japanese or Japanese style or Korean style? There's a style of tattooing. I get a lot of things mixed up in my head. So like, I know what I'm trying to say. There's a style of tattooing that only colors the focal point. Like there's a one color tattoo. It's not one color. It's two colors. It's the black and gray, and one focal point. The focal point of the piece is in color. Korean or Japanese style, or I don't know. Anyways, but that's originally how it was, and it was amazing. But it just didn't have enough color for me. So I went back and I was like, can you put more color in this for me? And he was like, I could tell in his face that he's like, okay, this is like effing with the quality of the tattoo, because if it's colored, you shade much different than if it's not colored. And I know that, I don't want him or anyone to like discredit his work and how good he is, because I came back and had him put the blue in. Like, this isn't how he would have done it had it done the whole thing in color. But he still did an amazing job. And like my wishy-washy ass went back and made him change it. I love it. I think it's beautiful no matter what. This is my tattoo. No one has anything like it. If anyone wants to say anything about his shading and shit, it's because I went back and made him change what was already done one style, and I made him change it to another style. So anyways, I don't remember his name even, but Artifact Tattoo in Fontana, California. He did this tattoo for me. He did an amazing job. Anywhoosie. Dogs are saying I love you. My kid finds some crazy videos. How we got from Bic BodyMark brows to my tattoos, I don't know. Oh yeah, because my eyebrows were tattooed. I don't. She's like farting in all my videos now. I farted. No need to announce it, honey. This time, just let it go. Okay. Like
but
that.
I need them to hear me.
Well, they didn't hear you fart, so they don't need to hear you excuse yourself. I don't think you need to excuse yourself because you farted. Everyone farts. Why do that's like us walking down the street and they, oh, excuse me for walking. Excuse me. Everyone does it. Well, actually, we should be grateful because not everyone can do that. I'm just saying. Cats are making weird noises. Okay, folks. Bic BodyMark marker. It does work for eyebrows. It does an amazing job. Better than any eyebrow product I have ever used. It is, however, warning, it is, however, not a cosmetic product. Bic BodyMark markers are not cosmetic products. They are only in black and brown, and it's like a henna kind of brown. It is felt tip. It is, you can draw a nice line, but you have to be very careful with it. So I did make a few mistakes on this one, and I just, after I had immediately drawn with it, I used a Q-tip with a little bit of Listerine. You could probably use alcohol to fix any mistakes I made. I'm not suggesting you go out and do this. I'm just saying I did, and these are my results. Yesterday I put these on, and they're still not budging. I'm impressed. Now, if they can come up with a cosmetic product like that. I know they do have henna tattoo eyebrows, but I have as of yet to find any that, well, I've only tried one. It's very difficult to get on in the shape and in as fine of a line as I have to actually stay behind, and you have to put a lot on, and it's hard to do a lot in a little line. Anyhow, I think actual real henna would be easier to use than the henna eyebrow products they have, because then you have to rip off the stuff they the what's it called when it dries. When you remove it, you should probably use like a damp cloth instead of peeling it off if you do have eyebrows, because it will take your hairs with it. It wasn't a problem for me because I don't have eyebrows. Like I said before, they only grow like 2 or 3 little eyebrow hairs in random places where I don't want them anyways. So there you go. That's my review for Bic BodyMark brows. Once again, that is not what the pen is designed for. You could run into problems and skin irritation. So please do a patch test, or just don't do it at all. But as of yet, I have no issues, but I still have eyebrows. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day. I'll be back in a little bit to share the Bible verse of the day from my YouVerse app. More for believers and non-believers alike. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the dingy button if you want to be annoyed all day. Well, not necessarily. Sometimes. You can set it to just certain personalized notifications if you so desire. But it could still become annoying. Just fair warning.